Number 10. Longest adventure in an acid lake. Storm chaser George Cornus from Canada was crazy enough to take a ride in a rubber dinghy in the world's largest acid lake next to the 8,660-foot Kawi Ijen volcano in Indonesia. When the volcano erupts, the surrounding areas can be showered with acid up to 2,000 feet away. This has created a hot lake that contains a deadly mix of a sulfuric acid and hydrogen chloride. Number 9 is the weirdest spider in the world. The tiny happy face spider can be found in the rainforests of only 4 islands in the world: Oahu, Molokai, Maui, and Hawaii. Measuring around 5 millimeters, no one really knows why the spider's backs look like happy faces. One theory is that the patterns evolved to confuse their predators, birds, but the species is nevertheless under the threat of a growing number of animals that have been introduced to the islands. Perhaps they need to evolve a scary face. Number 8. The most flagged tattoos on a person. Guinness Rishi from Delhi, India, was featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not, Seeing is Believing, for a stomach-churning, ketchup-grizzling feat. Now Guinness has undertaken to get his head, face, and body permanently tattooed with more than 200 national flags in full color. He even has a world map of them labeled, too. Wow, that's a great feat. Number 7. Smallest teenager in the world. 16-year-old Jyoti Amj from Nagpur, India, is the smallest teenager in the world, standing only 23.5 inches tall and weighing a little over 11 pounds. Despite weighing only 9 pounds more than she did when she was born, Jyoti said she is no different from other people. She is proud to be smaller and enjoys all the extra attention she receives. Jyoti travels to the local school on her brother's motorbike. Number 6. The longest nose in history. Thomas Weathers, an 18th century sideshow performer from England, had a nose that measured an incredible 7.5 inches long. Enough said there. Number 5. The shortest time to climb the highest tower in the world, the Burj Khalifa. In a 6-hour climb, Alain Robert, or the Spider-Man, the French freestyle skyscraper climber, scaled the 2,717-foot-high Burj Khalifa building in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. In March 2011, he also climbed 70 other buildings, including the Empire State Building and the Chicago Willis Tower. Number 4. Longest time walking on water. Polish kiteboarder Maciek Krzyzewski temporarily defied the laws of physics by walking on water. On Israel's Sea of Galilee, where Jesus is said to have walked on water in the New Testament, after more than 50 unsuccessful attempts to do this due to awkward wind conditions over 4 days, Krzyzewski finally used his kite to accelerate to maximum speed, then let go of the kite and ran off his board, so he was miraculously walking on water for a few steps. Number 3. The most one-armed push-ups on a raw egg. Daryl Leary of Alberta, Canada, is able to complete one-armed push-ups on the top of a raw egg without smashing it. Incredibly, Daryl's record stands at 11 repetitions before the egg finally gave way. Daryl explains that the arched top and bottom of the shell enable the egg to withstand the forces he exerts when performing this feat. Number 2. The most people dressed up like Waldo. More than 3,500 people dressed in red and white striped costumes and black-rimmed spectacles assembled in a square in Dublin, Ireland, in June 2011 for a mass gathering of the Waldo character from the popular game Where's Waldo. Some dogs even turned up to dress as Waldo. Wow, look at that. That's a weird world record. Now going to number 1. Finally, number 1, the longest headstand on a nail. This has to be the weirdest record on this list. Zhu Tiancheng can do a headstand on a nail for 30 minutes, and he has dents on the top of his head to prove it. The 56-year-old performs his unusual ritual as part of his daily morning exercise routine at a park in Changston, China. A pain-defying display of endurance that attracts these large crowds every single morning. Subscribe for more videos. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.